So this week we discussed the major contributions of rationalism to the development of psychology. At least that was what my small group chose out of the two questions. Some of the reasons we gave in our discussion group included, and pardon me, I'm going to totally butcher these names, Descartes and Spinoza, pushing the limits of their ability to doubt, which, as we know from past readings and this week's readings, was huge for that time period because of that religious chokehold authority that they were still stuck in. And if you think about it, for them to be courageous enough to doubt, that's what led to development. If scientists of the past had not doubted, we wouldn't have invented anything. Doubt is what leads to questions, and questions is what leads to answers. That's so key. That's so excellent. So, all on the same lines, rationalism, in a general sense, also emphasized the importance of observation, which, as we know from our field of psychology, we use a lot in our research, as well as, or at least in anthropology, I use it a lot. And then rationalism also restored a faith in knowledge, which, just in a general sense, encouraged future scientific and psychological investigations. Shai, one of our group members, highlighted the importance of Francis Bacon's point that scientists are to act as bees, building upon one another's knowledge, which I think is a great thing to bring up. When I think about it, I think of it in terms of the initial thing that we learn when we are to construct a research project or a research paper is to do a literature review. And that's exactly that. That's going back through papers, through past research, looking at people's work and seeing, can I support this? Can I argue against this? Can I add more to it? That's how science grows. We build upon each other. So I thought that was an excellent point to bring up. Anna, in response to that point as well, made a great statement that scientists must also be courageous in their actions because oftentimes some of their ideas are met with opposition because people aren't as comfortable with change. They don't like it. And so I really like that point because we have seen that a lot of the scientists of the past have been very courageous people. Another interesting point that was brought up in discussion that I think I should bring up now was Brittany drew a comparison between Locke's assertion that intellect must first be within the senses with her example of Helen Keller. And basically what she was saying was that Helen Keller would not have grown to be the influential woman that she was if she had not first learned how to speak sign language and read Braille. So highlighting her other senses that she was previously lacking, I guess, or making up for those senses that she was lacking, because this gave her a communication to the outside world, as well as a way to understand and then begin to work with her world. And that was, I think that was just such a great example. So overall in class, I guess not in class, online, this week we had great discussion as usual, really excellent ideas, and that's all. Cool.